English Listening Practice. Episode 1. Designed for B1 Learners. Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Learn English with Emma. I'm so happy you're tuning in today. Before we begin, take a moment and think back to the last time you reached for your phone to check Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or maybe TikTok. You probably told yourself you'd scroll for just a moment, but when you looked up again, you realized half an hour or more had slipped away. Does that sound familiar? If it does, know that you are in good company. Many of us feel that magnetic pull toward our screens, and in this conversation, we're going to explore how to gently guide ourselves back to real life, one step at a time. When we talk about social media addiction, we're not referring to an official medical condition found in textbooks. Instead, it's a way to describe what happens when our use of social platforms starts to take over our lives. You might notice that you're opening your favorite apps without thinking, even when you have important things to do like studying for a test, finishing work, or spending time with loved ones. Every new notification or comment can send a little spark of excitement through your brain, making it hard to resist the urge to keep scrolling. It's similar to having an open gate you feel you just cannot close. This habit matters because excessive screen time can affect our sleep, our mood, and our relationships. Imagine going to bed late, staring at your phone screen until the early hours, only to feel tired and stressed the next morning. Or imagine comparing your life to the perfect moments others share online and feeling like you don't measure up. It's a common experience to feel anxious or low after scrolling because what we see online often shows only the highlights, not the full story. I want to share a story about my friend Rebecca. She was preparing for an important exam and promised herself she would study early every morning. But every 10 minutes she opened Instagram to see what her friends were up to. Her 2-hour study plan became 20 minutes of focused work and nearly 2 hours of browsing. She felt frustrated and worried her exam results would suffer. One day, she moved her phone to another room and set a simple timer for 20 minutes of uninterrupted study. During that time, she concentrated fully and felt a big sense of achievement when the timer rang. That small experiment gave her a taste of control, and she realized that small changes can make a big difference. The first step toward taking back control is simply noticing. Pay attention each time you open a social media app. You can keep a little notebook or use the Notes app on your phone to jot down the time and a quick word about why you opened it. Maybe you were bored, waiting for a message, or avoiding something else. Do this for a day, and you will likely see patterns emerge. Often, awareness alone can start to break the unconscious habit of scrolling. Once you have a sense of your patterns, you can begin to introduce gentle limits. Instead of telling yourself that you must never touch your phone again, choose a few times in your day when you allow yourself to check social media. Perhaps you decide that after breakfast you will scroll for 10 minutes, then again after lunch, and finally for a short moment in the evening. Outside of those moments, turn off the sounds and vibrations on your phone. Let it rest in another room or in a drawer. By creating these small windows of permitted use, you give yourself freedom while also building healthy boundaries. If setting times feels like too much to remember, try putting your phone on silent or in airplane mode during certain hours. It doesn't have to be for the whole day, maybe just for your study block during dinner or the hour before bed. When you make these choices, You are training your brain to shift from a state of reaction to a state of intention. You're no longer at the mercy of every beep or buzz. You decide when to look. Finding activities to replace scrolling is another key part of the journey. Think of a few things you love that don't involve screens. Maybe it's reading a few pages of a favorite novel, sketching doodles in a notebook, playing a musical instrument for a few minutes, or talking on the phone with a friend or family member. When the urge to scroll arises, choose one of those activities instead. At first, it might feel strange or even a little uncomfortable, but over time, your brain will begin to associate free moments with these healthier options. It can also help to move your body when you feel drawn to your screen. Standing up and stretching, taking a quick walk around the block, or doing a few simple yoga poses can reset your energy and calm your mind. Physical movement reminds us that our world extends beyond the digital space and that our bodies need care and attention. Change doesn't have to happen all at once. You might start by reducing your usual social media time by just 10 minutes each day. If you normally spend 2 hours scrolling, aim for 1 hour and 50 minutes tomorrow, then 1 hour and 40 minutes the next day. In a week, you could be down by more than an hour without feeling deprived. These small shifts add up quickly, and before long, you'll find you have reclaimed precious time. Having a partner in this process can be wonderfully motivating. Talk to a friend, partner, or family member about your goals. Invite them to join you in setting screen-free time blocks or ask them to check in on your progress. When someone else is supporting you, you're less likely to slip back into old habits because you have an extra boost of encouragement. Creating spaces in your home where phones are simply not allowed can reinforce your new habits. Perhaps the dining table is a place for conversation and eye contact with no screens in sight. Maybe your bedroom becomes a sanctuary for rest and relaxation, where the phone stays out of reach. Charging your phone in a different room at night can help you drift off to sleep without the temptation of one more glance at your feed. It's useful to remember that social media platforms are designed to keep you engaged. Infinite scroll, autoplay videos, likes, comments, and quick reactions are all tools meant to draw your attention and keep you clicking. Recognizing this design for what it is, an addicting loop, takes away some of its power. You are not at fault for getting caught in it. You are simply responding to clever engineering. Once you see how it works, you can choose to step away. Practicing a moment of mindfulness before you open an app can make a huge difference. Just pause, take one deep breath, and ask yourself what you are feeling right now. Are you bored, stressed, or maybe avoiding a task you find challenging? Once you name your feeling, consider a small, kind action you can take instead of scrolling. If you're stressed, try a breathing exercise. If you're bored, doodle on a piece of paper. If you're procrastinating, set a timer for 10 minutes of focused work and then reward yourself with a break. Imagining an alternative action can help prepare your mind for change. Close your eyes and picture the last time you opened a social media app. Notice what was happening around you and how you felt in your body. Now imagine doing something different in that moment. A few stretches, a brief walk to the window, pouring yourself a glass of water or brewing a cup of tea. Notice how that shift in imagination brings a different sensation and sense of calm. Sometimes you may feel that you need a more significant break. That's where a digital detox comes in. Choose a short period, a full day, a weekend, or even 2 days, when you step away completely from social media. Plan offline adventures or simple pleasures. Perhaps you explore a nearby park, bake something new in the kitchen, play a board game, or dive into a creative project. When you return online, you'll likely notice how different the world feels and how much extra time you have for things that truly matter. I want to share some insights from people who have found success. One friend discovered that enabling grayscale mode on her phone made apps less visually appealing. Without the bright, colorful icons and images, she opened them far less often. Another person blocked social media sites during work hours using a simple app blocker, and he found that his productivity soared. Someone else committed to a weekly digital Sabbath, a day where he put his devices aside and focused on nature, cooking, and reading. Each of these experiments taught them something new about their relationship with technology. Celebrate every step forward. When you manage to stick to your chosen screen-free times or complete a digital detox, reward yourself. It might be as simple as enjoying a favorite snack, listening to a song that lifts your spirits, or treating yourself to a leisurely walk. These small rewards reinforce the positive feeling of making healthy choices. Slip-ups will happen, and that's perfectly okay. Perhaps you find yourself scrolling for longer than you intended one afternoon. Instead of feeling defeated, pause and reflect on what led to that moment. Were you feeling lonely, anxious, or overwhelmed? Recognizing the trigger can help you respond differently next time. The goal is progress, not perfection. As we wrap up, let's look at the journey you've started. You began with noticing your own habits and understanding the excitement that notifications can bring. You set gentle limits and turned off distractions. You discovered screen-free activities that bring you joy and practiced simple mindfulness exercises. You experimented with small habits, grayscale mode, app blockers, or a digital detox, and you remember to celebrate your successes. Each of these steps is part of a larger path toward regaining your time, your focus, and your peace of mind. I hope these ideas inspire you to gently reshape your relationship with social media. If you found a particular strategy that works for you, I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to share your experiences in the comments. Your story could be just what someone else needs to hear. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. See you in the next video.